Backstage buzz, we prep for the sound. The curtain falls and the crowd's all round. The night's still young and the stage is set. Our voice is ready, no time for regret. Wisdom and laughter in a verbal embrace. Tonight we're ruling this electric space. Wonders real when it's time for us. Diving deep in after-show debates. Echoed loud with hot takes so contentious. Hearts race on, our pulse relentless. Yeah, we're alive with every mic. Yeah, like the stars and like the night. Yeah.
I was rocking out.
Somebody's enjoying himself. Probably that post rock and roll show high that we'll get into a little bit. What's up, Naysayer Nation? We are back. Happy Sunday. We are winding this down. Everyone, just hope you all enjoyed your weekend. You enjoyed your cookouts, your rock concerts, or your church services, whatever may have you. We are winding it down, delivering another week of news in gaming and pop culture. We got another exciting show for you. We're going to be touching on all the latest topics in our sphere of interest, from Concord to the State of Play, which according to leaks is happening in about 2 days. So we got a preview of what to expect there. We also had 2 new shows from Marvel and DC premiere, Agatha All Along and Penguin. I watched both, so I'm going to talk about those a little bit, and we'll probably touch on a little bit of the Star Wars drama, because it's getting hot out there on the internet webs with Paul Tassi. But first, how you doing, chat? We'll get to Old Man Shockblast later. What's up? What's up, Eastwood? Congratulations on being first. What's up, Clover? How you doing, Clover VR? Thanks, Hammer, Divine Shine. What's up, Travis? Joker, Marvel. How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all hanging out on the Lord's Day of Rest. And surprisingly, we have JayShockblast here after his traumatic experience getting hit in the face during a rock show.
I survived. I listened. It was not a rock show. That was a hardcore band, and they are heavy as fuck. And I don't know if you've ever been to a hardcore show.
I have.
Okay.
My friend, my buddy at one of my old jobs before the fame was a hardcore drummer.
Gotcha. So this band was called Since the Flood. I've known them.
Ooh, very metal.
Yeah. They're definitely one of, like, when I was younger, back in their day, back in our day, before we were all, geriatric. Their shows were intense because, like, they brought out all the mosh kids, like, not just the mosh kids, like the hardcore, like the hardest of hard, the guys that were there just to
cause trouble.
Yeah. And but they're all, like, awesome dudes. I'm really good friends with some of them, especially one of their guitarists, Dave. And I thought I could hang out up front, take a little bit of video, for them. And I lasted about 4 songs. And then they hit one of their bangers, and it was I just, like, I don't know what happened, to be honest with you. I have never heard of them. It just went dark, and I just got thumped, and I just hid in the bathroom for the rest of the set.
Nothing more metal than hiding in the bathroom.
Well, there was nowhere else to go. Like, the bathroom was, like, it's like the place that this part of the show was is basically the balcony bar for the main club, but they can hold like 400 people there for a show. And it was just, I couldn't get the other way. So the only way I could go that wasn't like where I wasn't supposed to be was the bathroom. So no one was in there. So I just stood in the doorway where I was safe.
Should brought a helmet.
The crazy thing is, like, this exact club, like this exact place, I used to like shoot photos at shows all the time. So yeah, I don't know.
Eastwood is questioning your hardcore credentials now.
I mean, I've literally been to like way more hardcore shows than Eastwood has, for sure.
There's no shame. Jay is an elderly man. His hardcore days are behind him. He's just this is basically like a LeBron James farewell tour for him.
Listen, yesterday was such a good day though. Like, except for the fact that it rained all day and it was an outdoor show mostly. I got to see so many people that I used to know really well and would see all the time. I haven't seen in years. There's a publicist named Amy.
Shout out to Amy.
Yeah, Amy is awesome. That is how I got Thor. When I met her, she was the publicist at Roadrunner Records, which is pretty much one of the bigger, metal label out there. I mean, metal and rock, a little bit of rock. I mean, they've got Slipknot and Nickelback and Soulfly and Head and
nothing is more metal than Nickelback.
Right, I know. Like that's why I added rock. All right, because like they did randomly sign Nickelback.
What do you mean? Nickelback is metal as fuck.
Yeah.
Look at this graph.
But like I've known her like since I was in college, and I actually got to go visit her at her office at Roadrunner Records, which was insane because it's just like all my favorite band stuff everywhere. But she volunteers at dog shelters, and like one day I just happened to see on Facebook she was tweeting from a dog shelter and posted a few pictures of some of the dogs she was hanging out with, and one of them was this little boxer named Cash, and I hit her up. I'm like, hey, I want him. Where do I go? And about a week or two later, Thor had his forever home. So we got to talk and commiserate and stuff like that. So got to hang out with Machine Head. Love them. A band that wasn't even playing. Well, all right. I'm wearing my Shadows Fall hoodie, and their singer and guitarist were both there. Their singer was in a band called Overcast, and they were playing. So I got to run into them and talk to them for a while, and just got to hang out with like lots of people that I've known for ages and just haven't seen in a long time. It was awesome. Then got to see Killswitch Engage's 25th anniversary show, and
of course,
they had both Howard and Jesse out there singing together. And
did they have John?
No John.
What about Terry?
No Terry.
That sucks.
So Jesse was the original singer, and then he left the band for a while, and Howard Jones took over, and then Jesse came back. I was actually at the show the first time that Jesse actually came back, and just not to join full time, but like came out and did a song with Killswitch. So
did you get on stage a little bit? Have a little JayShockblast cameo?
No, I hung out like it's funny, like a lot of times you can get places that you're not supposed to be by just looking like you're supposed to be there. And yeah, like there was at the Palladium, there was an area that was really meant for just all the bands. It was where the show normally happens, but they had this big display for Killswitch Engage's 25th anniversary, so everything else was roped off. And my friend Jeremy is a huge prominent photographer and was running Killswitch's like museum, if you will, and he was doing a photo shoot with Machine Head. So I just kind of went down with him and just stayed there for a while.
Oh, so I mean, you were with the guy who was supposed to be there, so that was the count.
Yeah.
That was the count.
But then I kind of just came and went as I pleased.
Yeah, because you were with the guy who was, with the guy.
Yeah. Oh,
once you're in, you're in, Jay.
I feel that way. So yeah, it was just really nostalgic. But man, I'm feeling it today. I'm tired. I'm not built for that anymore, man.
Nope. But it's nice to every once in a while relive the glory days of the.
Yeah. Yeah, and like Machine Head and Shadows Fall are like just. I love Kill Switch too. Don't get me wrong, but like Machine Head and Shadows Fall are just two of my like all time favorites. And I mean Brian, their singer for Shadows Fall, I've known him for a long time, and it's like I don't know, it's just cool to like get to kind of to hang out and know people, you know what I mean, and like have them know who you are and stuff, and just I don't know, it's cool.
Yeah, like it's nice to get a pat in the head and an attaboy every once in a while, a little reach around,
Especially when you give it to yourself, apparently.
exactly. So this is Travis raises a good point. There's a lot going on this week in gaming. Since Jay is such a Sony pony these days, he is official. Not only does he has his disk drive, but he's getting his PS5 Pro.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one. You know what? I'm actually. Are we showing off like the 30th anniversary thing or?
Oh, we can definitely do that. That's definitely. I was getting a Pro. Now I'm definitely getting that one.
Yeah. Now, I didn't actually watch that video. I just saw the shots of it. Are they selling the plates separate, or do you have to get the?
I don't actually know, but
Okay.
I hope they are, because I definitely want the plates. I talked to my Sony Connect, let them know that I'm very much interested in some PS5 Pro related
Swag.
giveaways or events or any kind of stuff like that. So they're going to keep me in the loop on that. But if I can get a PS5 Pro gifted, then I'll see if I can get those 30th anniversary plates separately as well. Definitely want that 30th anniversary controller for sure.
I might actually get the Pro one they have. Did you see like their whatever their like Pro controller is?
Yeah, that would be the one I'm getting. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've never like really cared about, because I don't care about like the back panels.
Yeah.
But I've heard that controller is actually pretty cool. Yeah, that I don't even know where my Concord. Oh, there it is.
And it's only $300, so it should be.
Oh, what? Okay, I'm out.
I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, like, I thought it'd be like maybe $199. Yeah,
right.
the Concord controller is definitely better than the game.
Collector's item at this point.
Yeah, I haven't actually used it. It's just kind of sitting there on display. Not better than the game, but still an amazing controller. Starfield. Haha.
Allegedly. I actually saw someone on a podcast. I think it was on Grubb's podcast. It was I think it was on the Skill Up podcast, Friends Per Second. One of the people on there got a sealed copy of Concord physical.
Yeah.
They got it on eBay after a aggressive bidding war. $120.
Holy. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of went back out. I tried to find a copy of Concord, but they had all got pulled.
It's gaming history. Yeah. that's why I held on to my I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go and grab my Marvel's Avengers collector's edition, because the game's ending, and it was a special time in my life, and also it's kind of a collector's item. Avengers. Yeah, Avengers is a big deal. It's not going to go down as quite a historic flop as Concord will, but it definitely has its place in the Hall of Infamy. I think it's good to definitely hold tight to that one. But yeah, Concord is just
$400 million to make.
I don't believe that for a second. I'm already seeing reports that's definitely not true. Adele says it's total bullshit. So far, no one's corroborated the number. There was a report that someone at Kotaku could corroborate some of what Colin said, but Tom Warren is calling question on that number. If you think about it, 400 million doesn't make any sense. Isn't
that over 8 years though?
That's the thing. the studio has only existed for 6.
Oh,
And from what I've seen, most of the development happened over the course of 4 years, 3 to 4 years. And it had a definitely lower ad spend for marketing than Sony typically does for their first party rollouts. I mean, we could kind of see that already. I mean, the only really promo it got was the controller, a very small teaser at the showcase. Then it got the gameplay reveal at the state of play in May, and that was pretty much it. That there was really no marketing push for Concord, so there's no money there. I think at most, development wise, I don't think they spent more than 200 million. If maybe 220, maybe 220, maybe 230. Now,
do we know how big the studio is?
I think it's like 100 people around that mark. So they definitely spent some money. Now, I don't know how much they spent if you include the price of the studio itself, which Sony bought shockingly after looking at Concord.
I mean, if we think about it like this, okay, let's say there's 100 people, all right, and let's just say they all made $100,000 a year. I mean, that's what, 10 million? No, I'm doing my math wrong, ain't I? 100 people times 100K is 10 million.
10 million a year,
and that's just salary. I mean, so how are you getting? I don't know how you get to 400. That's so like if it was 6 years, that's 60 million in salary. And that's assuming 100 people are making 6 figures.
Which
you know
they're
what
not.
I mean?
Which they're definitely not.
Right. I mean, I'm overestimating for sure.
For the sake of it. And you're still not getting
anywhere near.
Yeah, and you have to also look at like if you're factoring how much they spent. Like this was like they essentially just formed a new studio, so it's not like the Activision Blizzard acquisition. Sony paid big money for this. Like this was a whole brand new studio that they formed and they bought because they like Concord. So they couldn't have spent that much money buying the studio, because it wasn't like this big established studio that they bought from someone else, or bought them when they previously were independent. So yeah, obviously development costs a lot more. Once inflation and everything started kicking in, but yeah, there's absolutely no way this ended up costing them 400 million. That's absurd.
Yeah, even if they like spent dollar to dollar on salary versus like the actual software and studio space and all that, like you're still only looking at 120 million.
Yeah, it
was 6 years.
It was definitely an expensive game, mainly because I would say the biggest cost for the game, I think, would be the visuals, the production quality, the cutscenes. I think that's probably what ran the most. It's not like the game had that much content anyway.
Right. That's the crazy thing about it, is like there was not a lot there.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it got I definitely would say it's probably going to be around 200 million when those numbers officially come out. 400 million is just nonsense.
I mean, over 6 years, 200 million for a studio of about 100 people, that sounds about right.
Yeah, and even then, like the bulk of the development was like over a 3 to 4 year period. So I'm definitely not believing those, but it's still, regardless, a huge L for sure. And last I heard, the staff is kind of just in limbo. They haven't gotten official word on what's happening next. Obviously, we know what's happening next. Unfortunately, it just hasn't been officially announced yet. But man, that's tough. Like I think the most egregious thing I heard, not just the 400 million, was that they thought this was like going to be a Star Wars thing for Sony level. in terms of level of franchise
Delusion.
potential.
Well, sure. If it wasn't a hero shooter, like if it was literally anything else,
Yeah. The fact that they got a generic hero shooter and was just like with just horrific character designs was like, yeah, this is going to be like a Star Wars. Like, no, that's outrageous. And
because even
that's crazy. And then I think that's where we get the toxic positivity, which is what they also reported, because there's no fucking way anyone was honest with in that studio.
Yeah, and the big seller was supposed to be, there's gonna be weekly cutscenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like no one gives a shit about that in a hero shooter.
But not only that, but we saw like 3 of them come out before they decided to shut it down, and they were all boring as fuck.
Yeah, nothing happened. Like it was, it was like nothing happened.
Like the last one I saw was literally one of the female characters and a dude character. She was like leaning up against a wall or something, and they were just talking. And I don't even know what it was about. It wasn't even interesting. And
yeah,
that's
what I'm saying. When if you're gonna do commit to weekly cutscenes, like I thought, okay, well, there's some kind of, and this is exactly why this shouldn't have been a hero shooter. They should have like actually put time into just making this maybe a co-op story adventure game, and do your Guardians of the Galaxy at home thing, but like have a overarching story, because yeah, a hero shooter with a story, cool, but it has no fucking story. They were just sitting around vibing, and the vibes weren't even good. Like they were just these Guardians knockoffs just having a conversation. It was just like, why did you spend money on this? Where's the upside? Like, why did they think people were going to tune in every week for that? Like, there's
right.
At least Suicide Squad has, obviously they had to scale down on the cutscenes, but their content, their cutscenes and their, which are now motion comics, are, they come out with every new season update, and they're like expanding the story. Like there's an actual story, the Brainiac, the Justice League coming back, recruiting new characters to the roster. All of that is part of those updates, and you at least want to listen to those because it's actually moving the story forward.
Yeah, like the last one we just saw, we rescued the Flash.
Yeah, that it makes sense to invest in that. Look, Concord, you're literally just having them, and they look pretty, but nothing's happening. They're just talking. They're just having a normal conversation. Like it's not revealing any deep mysteries. They're not funny. There's just like normal conversations in a spaceship. There's nothing.
Yeah,
there's nothing going on.
Yeah, it was. The amount of delusion that went along with some of that is pretty wild.
Yeah, toxic positivity is definitely. I think that's definitely a much bigger problem in gaming than any of this DEI scare nonsense.
Yeah.
Like when you have a studio environment where you're not allowed to voice any criticisms, that's a much bigger problem for games development. Like you absolutely have to be able to criticize what's going on your work, because otherwise you're just wasting everyone's time and money.
Agreed. Totally agreed.
Yeah, so no surprise there. I'm sure someone will eventually leak the real number, but yeah, Concord definitely all-time L. Hopefully it doesn't have the same fate when it comes to Sony's next live service game, which is Fair Games, which we might see as early as next week. Jay, I got a special little treat for the chat. We get a look at the infamous Sadot the Gamer Google Doc for our official state of play preview, and I basically just made a pool of games we can potentially see at the state of play that I'm thinking that we could reasonably see. According to Jeff Grubb, it's happening on the 24th, I believe. So we should be getting the announcement tomorrow, if it's indeed on the 24th. And I just went through all the rumors, all the leaks that we got, and things that most likely we would potentially see. We have the Tokyo Game Show happening on Thursday. So my official state of play pool, you got PS5 Pro gameplay, obviously, because they need to sell that, and pre-orders go live 2 days later. Marvel Rivals, they were at the last state of play, and I don't know if you checked your timeline or the creator Discord, but
I saw a picture of that person that's listed on that page.
Yeah. Well,
did they release that? I don't know where it came from.
So they had a trivia contest, and if you got the clues, then they gave you a teaser of Psylocke.
Yeah, I saw that, but I saw an actual picture of Psylocke.
There's an actual video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I saw a video with her butterfly kind of floating.
Yeah. No, there's an actual video of her.
Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Psylocke's one of my favorite X-Men.
Same. So I'm very, very excited to get in on some Psylocke. They're probably going to. Miller's also tracking this. They've been talking about potentially another test that could be happening. So I think Marvel Rivals shows off the new character and announces a new test ahead of the release in December. I think the test is supposed to be happening in October. So I think Marvel Rivals announces that. We got a lot of remasters. That's kind of been on Sony Twitter. Ponies are not happy about the number of remasters. There was a official rating for a Horizon Zero Dawn remaster. So that's getting revealed soon. Definitely a game I don't think that needs a remaster, but they're pushing the Horizon series a lot. Days Gone, Jeff Grubb was alluding to what he thought was a less exciting remaster, and it turns out it is Days Gone that is getting a remaster. There's a lot of very passionate people about Days Gone, so I think they'll probably get a kick out of that. Freedom Wars is also apparently getting a remaster. Sony is working with Bandai Namco on that. Lego Horizon Adventures, I would expect that because it's coming out in November, so we may get a little gameplay from that. Maybe running on the PS5 Pro. Monster Hunter Wilds and Death Stranding 2. Those are two games Sony has been promoting as part of their PS5 Pro tour. They're supposed to be showing that off, both of those things off at the Tokyo Game Show as well, so we could see that. Silent Hill 2 is coming soon, as well as Until Dawn. So I think they are going to definitely promote those two remakes. Fair Games, we allude to that. There's their next live service attempt. And internally, they're saying good. They're saying they're happy with it, but they were saying Concord was going to be a Star Wars level success internally, so we can't trust that at all. And based on the trailer, people are not very excited to be playing Fair Games. So hopefully when we actually see gameplay, it goes a lot better than the Concord one did. But so far, I'm not optimistic. Of course, a large portion are going to be tuning in for Spider-Man 2. They want to see.
What if that doesn't happen?
That would be hilarious.
It would be. I'm actually rooting for that.
You're actually rooting for it. So I think the funniest thing would be what Somniac did previously, where they didn't show anything at the state of play, and then the day after the state of play, they announced the new game plus the new game plus update. That's probably the funniest thing they could do here. But I think they probably have a Spider-Man 2 DLC reveal, because Sony is definitely looking at those numbers and they're like, we got to get them hyped to buy this damn PS5 Pro.
Yeah.
we need something. We need something here. We get into some of the first party stuff later on that we can see as well. But I think Spider-Man 2 definitely gets the DLC. I don't think they would have made DLC only to just cancel it. There's really no reason to do that. I think they knew Spider-Man 2 was going to be a hit, and they have every reason to continue to update it. I just think things have just taken a little longer because of the fallout from the cyber attack, and them also needing to balance, because of the delays, make sure they balance working on Wolverine with updating Spider-Man 2, because they definitely have to get Wolverine out by a certain amount of time, and they might have had to do some major changes in light of so many leaks. So Spider-Man 2 DLC, I'm definitely expecting that trailer and release to get dropped. I'm thinking maybe they release the DLC for the anniversary. Maybe they're targeting that. The Spider-Man 1 year anniversary is I think exactly 1 month from now. Roughly
right.
roughly 1 month from now. I think Spider-Man 2 came out on the 23rd, 22nd, around that time. So, or the 21st. Yeah, I think it was the 21st. So about a month from now, that's the 1 year anniversary of Spider-Man 2's release. So I think it would make sense for them to time it there. For the rest of the pool, we got some stuff they've shown before, some stuff they're also showing at Tokyo Game Show. Until Dawn, we went over Infinity Nikki, Sonic Shadows Generations, the Metal Gear Solid remake, Dynasty Warriors Origins. Now here's where it gets spicy. So we know Rise of Hydra is coming out in 2025, and State of Plays have some more third-party partner stuff. So I could definitely see Rise of Hydra dropping gameplay. Same with the next game after that, Resident Evil 9, which is also leaked. I think either of these could show up at the State of Play as a big third-party partner reveal, or they could show up at the Game Awards in December. It depends on where they think they would better fit. But I think we will end the year with Rise of Hydra gameplay and a Resident Evil 9 reveal and release date, which according to leaks is scheduled for sometime in 2025. Now, for the first party stuff, I think Sony definitely is going to want to show off something, like at least announce something from some first party studios that isn't Lego or Lego Horizons or just anything Horizon related. So that's where a Ghost of Tsushima 2 announcement would make sense. We've been hearing a lot of rumblings about Ghost of Tsushima 2's development. Just don't know exactly when it'll come out, but I'm hearing it could come out in 2025. Sony apparently has two big first party releases planned for 2025. One of those could be Ghost of Tsushima 2. Fingers crossed, because we're Ghost of Tsushima 2 stands on this podcast, and I think that will definitely be an incentive to sell some PS5 Pros to experience those Ghost of Tsushima 2 visuals on that PS5 Pro hardware. There's a new game from Ben Studios in Santa Monica that's in development. Maybe they announced that just to have something. I didn't put Marathon here because some stuff leaked about Marathon, and it doesn't look like they're going to be really doing anything promoting Marathon until next year. But Marvel's Venom is another wild card from Insomniac that could get shown off there. That could be something they announce. Just announce, and I wouldn't expect that to come out until maybe like 2027. But it would make sense if Sony's really like, hey, it's a state of play, but we gotta fucking say something here. Guys, we got a $700 console to sell.
Yeah. And I guess that's all the incentive to make sure you've got your Spider-Man DLC lock, stock, and ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm getting it, like, no matter what.
Right. Because you are a true pony now.
I mean, I just want the best of everything. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm gonna get it. And that 30th anniversary,
Perfection.
Nostalgia sells. All right.
It does.
What if it's not like Ghost of Tsushima 2? What if it's like Ghost of Osaka or something like that, you know?
We're calling it Ghost of Tsushima 2 because it's a sequel. We don't know exactly what it's going to be. I mean, they could still keep it in Tsushima. There's still more to that story lore wise that they could tell if you look at the history. But the idea is basically a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, and
Yeah.
I expect that. Did you also heard a rumor? I don't know how legit this is. I think this could just be more Concord hate, but there was supposedly going to be a game that was like a crossover between uh Infamous and Prototype. That
Yeah, I heard something like that
yeah,
too.
it was like some kind of crossover with Cole and Infamous, and it was going to have Prototype, and it was going to be a PlayStation exclusive, but they said that they canceled that to focus on Concord. I don't know how legitimate that would be because unless that specific studio was who they had in mind to make that, I don't think that's really viable because Sony has several studios that they could have to make if they really wanted to make that game. Obviously, Insomniac is busy, so they wouldn't be doing uh, Infamous anymore. But they definitely could have given that to a number of other studios if they wanted. If they really, they could have reached out to a third party partner if they really wanted to get an Infamous prototype game going on. So I think I'm going to definitely shed some doubt on that one. I don't think Concord had anything to do with that unless this was like a part of like Jim Ryan's very stupid attempt to push heavy into live service, and in which case I could see it being a situation where it's like, oh, they had this project plan, but they were just like, you know what? We're not gonna budget for that. We want to go all in on live servers. We're really excited about this Concord game and all these other live service projects. So we're gonna table that, and we're just gonna go all in on Concord and everything like that. Otherwise, I don't see that being a thing.
I honestly seriously question the business acumen of anybody who said let's go all in on Concord at
Yeah,
any point in time.
what
Like,
is it?
I don't understand. Like, listen, I understand that like you look at your own baby and you're like, oh, it's beautiful, but there's some ugly kids out there, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And this was one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. From what I understand, we're never getting another Days Gone.
yeah.
Um,
They made it clear that they outside of this Days Gone remaster, yeah, the Sony execs, according to Ben, were like, yeah, we have no interest in another Days Gone. Work on a new IP.
yeah. I'll be honest with you. One of the guys that used to work on Marvel Heroes was the PR guy at for Days Gone.
Mm.
And I really wanted to like the game to kind of support him, but I did not. And I'm glad that now he works
Mm.
with Square Enix on Final Fantasy. So
Oh, so it worked out. Yeah,
yeah,
see, Travis definitely is not a fan of The Last of Us. I,
I'm not
I
either.
honestly, I'm a big fan of The Last of Us. I thought the first game was a masterpiece. Uh, I mean, the second game, apart from the story, was also a masterpiece. But uh, th- I tried Days Gone, and one of the reasons I didn't finish it is because of how much better I thought The Last of Us 2 was. like because I had just finished The Last of Us 2. Apart from just hating the story for the most part, I thought it was just like in terms of like a zombie adventure game, it was just I thought it was just like an absolute masterclass from a technical standpoint.
I mean, I wanted to like it because, like, wasn't the main character of Days Gone Sam Whitmer? Was didn't
Uh,
he play the main character?
I'm not I'm not sure, but
I mean, I really like. I'm pretty sure it was.
I
Uh,
dove into it and it just like it seemed okay, but but it definitely, I think I definitely played at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Because just the quality difference between that and Last of Us 2 was so vast that I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I just couldn't keep playing.
I'm not a big zombie guy in general.
I'm a huge zombie guy.
Like I played a little bit of State of Decay 3 or 2. I don't know, whichever the last one was.
Yeah, they have 2.
I thought it was okay, and it was different, but generally not a big zombie guy. Obviously having that issue with the thing level in Funko Fusion, but
issue of skill. Yep.
I mean, listen, whatever. I don't care. I just that element. That I think that's what turned me off on Days Gone. Is I played the demo at PAX East, and there were just like so many zombies. You know,
a lot of zombies.
And I don't necessarily love the overwhelming nature of it. And that was also one of the things I didn't like about The Last of Us. Was what I didn't like about Star Wars Outlaws. Is it was a very stealthy game. I just want to like kick in the door and shoot everyone in the face. And you're not really meant to do that. But I was all in on The Last of Us. I bought the collector's edition. I guess that collector's edition statue is worth a lot of money, and it fell at one point and broke, not like badly, but I could have like super glued it. But instead I threw it in my recycling bin, and I was told even broken, I probably could have sold it for a very lot of money. Oof. Like at least 3 zeros. Oof. So no, and that's a good point, Sean. I do play the Assassin's Creed games, which does have a lot of stealth, but I'm really bad at the stealth parts of that game. And remember, even in Ghost of Tsushima, okay, the most stressful level for me was the one where you had to like invade the castle and like go through everybody. Like that stressed me the hell out. Like
he's not built for stealth.
I'm not. I will freely admit it. This is one of the few incidents where Sadot can hit me with that skill issue, and I'll own it. You know, I'm just not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of stealth. Like it's just not my thing. No, I was talking about
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us Collector's Edition. Like I heard and saw that you could get like over $1,000 for that Collector's Edition statue. So yeah,
I definitely should have. I never got in the first place, but
yeah, well, I liked it. It was cool, but like it fell, and I was like, you know what? I don't have any place for it, so I didn't think it was worth anything. I threw it in my recycling, and my friend Chris was like, dude, what the? He's a huge Last of Us fan. He probably would have tried to con me out of just giving it to him, but I never give him anything.
I mean,
because I know he's always trying to con me.
I mean, throwing it out is insane. Regardless, like my Spider-Man 2, my 19 inches of Venom statue, partially broke, and I still kept it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it meant more to me, I would have kept it, but it didn't mean anything because I didn't like the game.
Damn shame. You got to read the room, Jay.
Well, I watched the TV show. Good enough.
Good enough. Gabe misses Days Gone. Oh, speaking of Gabe, I saw Gabe's boyfriend. He was telling me during the stream, it was a while back. We were talking about we were fan casting for Black Panther, and he kept talking. He brought up this one actor, and I looked him up. I was like, oh, he's way too pretty to play Black Panther, but he kept telling me I should check out a movie he starred in called Rebel Ridge. It's on Netflix right now. So I got into a bit of a movie kick this weekend. I decided to finally watch some movies that I've been neglecting. So because I watch a lot of anime, watch a lot of shows. So I was like, let me get into the movies a little bit. So I watched Oppenheimer. I watched Oppenheimer. I watched American Fiction, that Jeffrey Wright movie. I was going through some of the Oscar bait. That Jeffrey Wright movie where he's like this really talented, esteemed author who writes this like Black Book, the extra ghetto Black Book as a joke, and it becomes like this national phenomenon. It's actually a really brilliant movie.
Mhm.
I watched Oppenheimer after that. I thought I liked Oppenheimer. I thought it was solid.
Oppenheimer would have been a great audiobook.
Amazing audiobook. No, I thought it was good, especially the last 20 minutes. It really got pretty fun. I thought it was really well. I mean, I can see why some people weren't as hot on it, but I thought it was pretty good. But then I was like, all right, after Oppenheimer, I'm going to cleanse the palate. I need a little more action. So I remember Gabe mentioned Rebel Ridge, and I had saw it on Netflix, and I had put it to the side. So I was like, all right, let me watch this. I've heard good things about it, and it's fucking phenomenal. it's a fucking great movie.
I think I saw a scene from it. Is Don Johnson in that movie?
I have no idea who that is.
You know him if you saw him. He's like in everything.
Probably.
A bad cop, I think.
Don Johnson. Yep, that is him.
Okay. Yeah, I saw him. There's like a scene where he was talking in the middle of the road, and the guy disarms him basically.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah. So
it looked like a good scene. So
it's got some I like it's kind of like that kind of got a reacher thing.
Yeah.
Except I like how it has been compared to First Blood as well. I like that it doesn't go all in on like he's like a Jason Bourne superhero who's just like destroying everything. It's more grounded, and it makes those scenes where he's like just shitting on everyone even just better when they happen because they spread them out more and they're more restrained. But yeah, it's like he rolls into basically just rolls into the small town. The cops fuck with him. He gets involved in this whole corruption scandal, and he's got to get to the bottom of it. It's a fantastic movie. It is awesome. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I haven't had time to watch anything this week.
Shame.
Yeah.
Except Metal.
Yeah. Well, that's why I didn't get to watch anything. Spent 8 hours in the rain, enjoying some good stuff.
Diddy definitely did diddle. He is going to jail.
What do we call them? Freak offs?
The freak offs is crazy. Yeah, I saw they reported what he had like when they arrested him. They said, "Wow, 1,000 bottles of lube."
Yeah,
it's fucking outrageous.
Ain't nobody that ashy.
The diddler was doing a lot of diddling at those freak offs. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend Rebel Ridge.
The point of that story is because he's going to be Green Lantern. Maybe.
I don't. I've heard. I think I saw a bunch of names. I know. They've been throwing out different names. I haven't heard many names tossed around for John Stewart. I know. We ruled out some people already for Hal for the DC.
Yeah, thank God. I mean, look, I don't understand what they're doing with Hal Jordan.
Yeah. Well, we'll see when Gunn ultimately casts. I think Gunn's generally done a great job. I think he generally does a great job of casting. I think he's done really well with the DCU so far. There was some interesting names tossed into consideration, but we'll see who ultimately gets the role. I'm not sure, but if this guy from Rebel Ridge, if they wanted to make him John Stewart, I definitely wouldn't object to it. I still think he's too pretty, but he's a great fucking actor, and I would definitely love to see him give Green Lantern a try.
Yeah,
or just any action. Like he definitely looks like an action star in every way, and I would definitely love to see him. He definitely can do action. He can do subtlety with his performance. I think he should for sure be in consideration.
Oof, this tweet Paul Tassi sent like 30 seconds ago. This week of Star Wars theory stuff has been the worst harassment I've received in almost 15 years of doing this.
Yeah, I saw. I guess we could get into that a little bit. I saw Tassie had posted a screenshot. Apparently, one of Star Wars theories fanboys had somehow got Paul Tassie's cell phone number
Jesus.
and sent him some things that we can't put on screen right now because it would probably get the stream taken down by YouTube. Literally, that's how bad it was. He definitely threw in some slurs. I'll say that, and he also directly threatened him with violence. But yeah, it's getting out of it. So the lore behind this is Star Wars Theory is probably the biggest Star Wars channel on YouTube. He built up his channel by doing a lot of Star Wars lore videos. He's so he does pretty much all thing Star Wars. Famously, he got a lot of harassment from actually the same people who are on the anti woke side because of his support of some of the Disney Star Wars movies, specifically I think Force Awakens, and he obviously been very outspoken against the Acolyte. He thinks it's absolutely terrible show, which it is, but he's been kind of lumped in with the other grifters who are just yelling about woke and black people and everything like that. And they just hate diversity, and that's what they're mainly grifting off of. And Star Wars Theory's defense, he doesn't really do that sort of content. Like when his complaints of the Acolyte were specifically about the terrible writing and the breaking of the lore. He actually has repeatedly said he doesn't care about Star Wars projects having diversity. He's mainly just about the lore. But because of that, because of how the culture war basically worked, any criticism of the Acolyte immediately made you get labeled a racist and all this other stuff. So there were these other channels pushing to get him deplatformed from the internet because he didn't like the Acolyte. And Paul Tassi had wrote an article mentioning his channel as well as part of this whole toxic Star Wars fandom thing, which all that combined he didn't particularly appreciate, especially Tassi throwing him in there and not even pushing back against people calling and actually tagging YouTube to try to get his channel deleted just because he didn't like the Acolyte. So he basically declared war on Paul Tassi this week among his other doubters, and he just made like multiple videos reading and reacting to Paul Tassi's article, and unsurprisingly, this resulted in a lot of harassment coming Paul Tassi's way on social media, and it's definitely not going to stop because once you get into the culture war stuff, there's some absolutely crazy people.
While you were explaining all that, I was kind of like going through his tweets, and I got to the one where he got F-bombed, and not the FU kind.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the first comment I see, why are you leaking someone's phone number?
Yeah, that was absolutely outrageous. Yeah, because Paul Tassi put the tweet up there with the phone number of the person who threatened him with violence.
Yeah. And and one of the other tweets I see is somebody saying, Paul, how do you live like this? And it's just a screenshot of his 369 unread messages. And I agree. Like literally, you can look at my phone. All right. I've literally one notification. I don't know if you could actually see it, but I've literally one notification on anything, and that's because my wife just sent me a message.
Yeah, having that many notifications on my cell phone would be no.
It is one of the very few weird idiosyncrasies about me. I hate the number on my screen. I hate knowing that there is something there. And it's actually made me have a really bad habit of reading emails on my phone and telling myself, oh, when I get back to my computer, I'll respond to that, and then not.
Because you just got to get that unread off. You
Yeah,
gotta,
I can't, like, my brain can't handle it. It's got to go.
I'm like that for notifications on my phone to a degree, not for emails. Like I have a outrageous amount of unread emails on most of my my accounts except for my main Sadot the Gamer one.
Yeah, I get no notifications for like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, any of that. All notifications turned off.
That he was referred to as a cigarette in the UK.
Yes. With the full governmental version though.
Yes, the original was I believe a bundle of sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't use the shorthand one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. So I will say that that content creators have no actual control over anyone who watches their content and what they're going to say. Obviously, you can make this worse if you're someone like Grums who directly encourages and supports harassment of the people they're talking about. But Star Wars Theory, I know from what I've seen, always prefaces any of his criticisms by telling his community to be respectful and to not harass people. But there, especially if you're making content where it's like, I don't like the acolyte or whatever, there's gonna be overlap for the audience that are just the racist scripters who would just hate everything. So they might not even be real Star Wars Theory fans. I'm sure they would hate him if they heard him say anything positive about representation or any Star Wars project they didn't like. But because he's making content that they agree with in terms of the acolyte, and they don't like Paul Tassi, they're going to take the opportunity to harass Paul Tassi because they think this is how they contribute to society, by yelling at people over movies and TV shows that they don't like. I wish Paul the best.
Yeah.
It's
Honestly,
a tough
like
time.
one of the very few people I actually like respect. I feel like he's usually pretty fair.
Yeah, I think it's definitely. I definitely think Paul Tassi was living dangerously when he started writing articles about the Star Wars fandom and the drama. I think he kind of just should have stayed out of that one because of how crazy these people are, especially when you get into the culture war thing.
I mean, obviously it's jarring for somebody to get your phone number.
Yeah.
That sucks, but like, I don't know, what the guy wrote. I mean, imagine that your ace in the hole, like that's what you lead off with,
I mean, that
like,
guy's clearly a loser. I don't think he would actually
yeah.
I don't think actually do anything. I think he's definitely a complete coward with no real life. He definitely can't fight. I'm not, but it is.
Yeah, he ain't getting punched in the face and walking away at a hardcore show.
100%. I think this is just his way of feeling powerful by getting someone's phone number and sending them threatening messages. It's just what these weirdos do these days on the internet. Definitely a lot of people who grew up in this internet generation who don't know the feeling of getting punched in the face and having accountability because they're hiding behind the screen.
Let me. It's funny. We were talking about the band Machine Head earlier. Back in the day, I was like, back when message boards were the cool thing, not Discord. We used to have message boards, and Machine Head's message board
we still did, to be fair.
Yeah, Machine Head's message board is like where I like one of the two that I was like a total regular on, thousands of posts, no life in it. And man, if you could survive there, the hazing that went on, the shit we said to each other, like I'm glad that forum does not exist on the internet anymore, because if you went back and found some of the shit that we wrote to each other, I would not be here with you right now. I would like, we just like, I don't know. It was a different world then.
You would be on one of those other podcasts.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like,
so did you see how woke?
oh no, it's more like, dude, make your next post a suicide note. You know, like just things you just cannot get away with anymore.
Oh I definitely remember those forum days. You said you in those voice chats. There was definitely. Fortunately, I never used any identifying any names that could identify myself later on back in those days. But yeah, I definitely said some outrageous shit in message boards. It would get into arguments with people.
Do you want to know what my screen name was on the front lines?
Please don't tell me it started with 3Ks.
Nope, it was Jay.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, granted, there could be a million J's, but you know.
Yeah, that is really narrowed down.
But yeah,
there were many J's out there.
Yeah, but man, the front lines, the jokes. I mean, yeah, Travis, Call of Duty taught me more about language than anything in life. It was very much like, actually, like it wasn't like racist or anything like that, but like people shit on each other hard a lot about everything.
Yeah,
and
that's how me and my friend. That's how guys generally talk to each other. That's how. Yeah. Like my best friend, I've known him since 5th grade, and we frequently will talk to each other like, I'll beat your ass. You're a bitch. That's how we express affection.
But like I honestly met I met a lot of really cool people from there that I still am friends with and talk to today, and so it's pretty cool. Actually, like a dude I talk to like all the time, like that I consider a legit friend that I've known for over 20 years is like really good friends with Rob from Machine Head, the singer, and I name dropped him yesterday. I'm like, oh, just talking to Sean the other day, and I don't know if you know this, but the Machine Head Fantasy Football League is still alive, going on year 24. God, that's crazy.
Fantasy Football League, wow.
Yeah, we have all been in one fantasy football league for maybe 23 years. Yeah,
it's kind of like that show.
Yeah, my like, it's kind of crazy. Like the internet isn't really that old.
Yeah,
but like my eBay account can drive. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, compared to the length of the country or like how long TV has been thing. Yeah, but yeah. I guess the internet really became the internet in like the mid 90s.
Yeah,
that's kind of the internet, and then it just evolved so much from there to where it is today. It's pretty crazy.
Eastwood, I just know important people, man.
Jay is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
He people know him. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely didn't go that far, but I've definitely seen nerds go crazy at stores. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh in person. I used to go to car shops all the time, and I remember it got pretty serious. We went to Toys R Us one day, back when I think is there like one Toys R Us left? I think Toys R Us used to be a lot bigger, but yeah, at the time, this was Toys R Us was a thing, and they would have these Saturday morning like Yu-Gi-Oh things where Yu-Gi-Oh players could come play, trade, play cards and everything in this one section of the store. So we would go there, look for trades, look for games, and this
Canada.
Yeah, and this kid we saw this kid. He had like this crazy binder, probably had like thousands of dollars worth of cards. I was like, oh man, that's a great collection. And unfortunately, that kid broke the number one rule of showing off your card collection. in a public space, which is never take your eye off your shit,
Yeah.
because apparently there was some guys that were plotting on his binder, and they had this perfectly. Like, I mean, this second he turned his head, one of the guys rushes in, snatches the binder, breaks through, and now and he runs out the door, and we're thinking, okay, well, he's going to get caught, but he had his other friend waiting outside the front with his car, door flung open, and he just leaps in and they peel off out of the parking lot. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. I'll since we're talking about, I'll keep it muted, but we're talking about the hardcore show. This is
A blurry photo. Oh,
no, it's the video. Like, this is just like,
that's Jay.
no, that's definitely not me.
Performing live
Yeah,
his first ever show.
Yeah, this was that's my friend Dave. He's actually the guitar tech for Dropkick Murphys as well. But like, this is like when it started kind of getting a little crazy.
It looks pretty crazy.
Yeah.
He actually looks like kind of like my friend who was the hardcore drummer that worked at my job. They look very much alike, except I think he's definitely in better shape.
Well, I mean, we're all old, so
Yeah.
But
no, he's definitely in better shape than my friend. my friend is definitely young.
Oh, you're saying my friend is in better shape. Gotcha.
Yeah, my buddy is definitely younger than him, but not nearly as good a shape. I'll say.
Yeah, this is right where the big guys started coming in here, and yeah, so yeah. So since we're showing off, there's me and Brian from Shadows Fall, and
no, that kid
that's
definitely.
Amy. That's how I found Thor.
Oh, she's cute.
This is.
Don't show that to your wife.
Oh, she already saw it. I texted her right away. Dude, this was sick. They had like these like machine head beach balls, and they were flying around everywhere, and everybody kept trying to like steal them. Yeah. And then there's good old Howard.
I want to see a video of Jay moshing.
Oh, absolutely not. Some good old Kill Switch. I got out of the way for Kill Switch, but for Machine Head, I was. Oh, here's
she was independent. That's a pretty good callback. She definitely. I used to say she was in the Penguin. She definitely looks like the sister in in the first episode of Penguin. They introduced Hangman, who was the sister of the new head of the Falcone. I think it's the Falcone family, and they definitely have a resemblance. I gotta see I didn't see her without the glasses, but there's definitely a resemblance there.
Yeah, this is I got close for Machine Head, and then I was like, fuck this, I'm out. But this was worth it. So sorry, no music. I don't feel like I don't want anything to happen to us.
Yep, you got it. Yes. Christine Milioti, I think is how you do it. Yeah, she plays Sophia Falcone in Penguin. She definitely looks like Amy in that photo. Yeah, I was definitely impressed. So Jay, as he alluded to, did not watch anything this week.
I have over a terabyte of video to still go through for Funko Fusion, which the videos are doing okay. I just want to get all my guides up, and then Mortal Kombat, the new stuff launches. So I don't know.
Jay's a busy man, but yeah, I definitely once again shout out to everyone who's been supporting the channel, having an absolutely crazy month on our way to record-setting month for my channel.
Awesome.
Definitely appreciate you hanging out. Looking forward to the State of Play stuff next week. But yeah, I watched Agatha All Along. They had the premiere of the first 2 episodes, and I watched Penguin, which was the same night. Penguin, I was interested. I was surprised where I saw some review. I think IGN gave it a really bad score, which
Yeah,
which
I
made
heard
me
that.
which made me very excited to watch it because
Mm-mm-mm.
IGN is fucking dog shit. And unsurprisingly, they were of course wrong. At least the first episode, Penguin was really really good. I was curious how they would make this show compelling. It's a Batman. It's because it's always tough. When you have a Batman show without Batman. Gotham was like was an origin story of Batman, so it wasn't even, and then it eventually had Batman. This was just like, okay, we're focusing on the Penguin, so presumably you're out to tell a crime story, and they nailed it. They absolutely nailed it. At least the first episode was really good. Colin, it's still crazy that's Colin Farrell. Like you can't, like you absolutely cannot tell. Absolutely crazy performance and makeup. But yeah, they pick up from roughly where the Batman left off, kind of that aftermath. We see the aftermath of the flooding, Batman saving those people, how, but mainly it shows how the city was affected by that flooding. Even though Batman stopped the Riddler, that flooding had a very obviously harmful effect to Gotham, mostly affecting the poor, and we get to see that side of it from that perspective, as well as where Penguin is, because at this point he's not particularly high up in the criminal hierarchy. It's right. It was the Falcons, and and now there's like kind of a bit of a power vacuum, and he's trying to make his case, make his way up there. I thought it was very. I won't spoil too much because Jay was slacking, but
Dude,
I
I like both dogs had to go to the groomer this week. I've had Thor at the vet. I've just had I've had a lot going on. We didn't even watch our shows this week.
issues
I don't
on
know.
scale. Cameron
Yeah. Listen, I get it.
F as good as Jerome. Oh, absolutely, yeah, yeah. He's one of my favorite Jokers for sure. He had no business crushing it that hard in Gotham, but I'm definitely looking forward to more Penguin. I thought the sister Sophia Falcone was really strong. Kyle Farrell really strong. First episode. Uh, Victor Aguirre, he was in actually The Runaways. He's in this. He's pretty good so far. I'm definitely. I thought the Penguin would be solid, and I'm glad that was right. Agatha All Along, on the other hand, I had very very low expectations for her. I was like, why did the show exist? It was a fun song, but I don't think the song was good enough to warrant an entire show. It's
I'm
obviously
just in it for Aubrey Plaza.
that was pretty much my takeaway. When I was looking at the previews, I was like, okay, this show is probably going to be terrible, but I like Catherine Hahn, and
Yeah, I do like Catherine Hahn though too.
she's a great actress, and Aubrey Plaza is Bay. So I'll check it out. I'll at least check out the first couple episodes just to see. You going in the lowest possible expectations, and just not expecting anything. And I liked it. I was surprised. I thought the first 2 episodes were pretty solid. It gave me like it how WandaVision, for a lot of people who liked it, those particularly those first 3 episodes, the one complaint is that they thought it was too short, but they liked how it was kind of just building this mystery, this intrigue. uh it had that, except it didn't have the problem of WandaVision being too short. So it was actually perfect. Like, first episodes are both over 40 minutes long, and it definitely gave me those early WandaVision vibes where it's like this mystery, it's a little creepy. And then things start picking up in that second episode. Of course, we got which what I can safely say is the sexiest scene in Marvel since Iron Man 2.
Ooh, I'm
with
assuming that involves Black Widow.
with with back before Disney took over with Black Widow. But Aubrey Plaza is woo! what a debut. What a scene that was. Oh boy.
Interesting.
So,
I'm not like the biggest Parks and Rec fan, but like I always felt like Aubrey Plaza and Catherine Hahn's characters were like fantastic on it.
And and definitely Chris Pratt and Aziz Ansari. I love that show. Absolutely huge Parks and Rec fan.
I like it a lot. It's definitely one of the ones I rotate through. Like when I need, like, I like to watch things that I've watched a few times before as I'm going to sleep.
Same, yeah.
And like I would say Parks and Rec is in the rotation with The Office and
That's my similar rotation. I'll have like my rotation was like The Office, Community, Parks and Rec, White Collar, and Suits.
My brother likes those shows.
They're very good. Ron Swanson. I actually saw him and his wife live.
Yeah.
They're very funny. They're very talented. They do music. They do a little stand up. They're very good.
He was a stand up comedian for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn Notice. Oh my God, Michael Weston. I love Burn Notice back in the day.
Yeah, USA people sleep on USA. USA has some bangers. USA made some really solid content. Monk, Burn Notice, they made some really fun shows. But I thought the first two episodes of Agatha All Along really good, and not just because of my baby Aubrey Plaza, who obviously she was fantastic, but we're really surprisingly we got to see Catherine Hahn naked. So if you're into that, there's that. I mean, like actually naked, like butt, like exposed. It was surprising. I'm not into it, but I was just like, oh, this is we're doing this now, Disney. Okay. But I thought it was fun. I particularly liked the whole bit because it takes place in Westview in the aftermath of Wanda's rampage. And so you got to see how the residents are kind of dealing with the aftermath of Wanda torturing them for a month and holding them hostage. And of course, Agatha is in her mind, she's trapped in that spell. So that's what the first episode is dealing with. It's pretty good.
I just got to address this: the back-to-back posts. Okay. Like you can't help but laugh at that.
I saw kind of the culture warriors are trying to like talk about Agatha All Along, and I think it's kind of forced. That's why I don't think they're going too hard on it. I thought the first two episodes were really solid. I've heard that critic wise, it's the lowest rated or the second lowest rated MCU project. I want to see what the audience score is, because I have a feeling that's going to be higher.
I feel like Catherine Hahn booty like instantly gives you an extra point though on the score.
Yeah. Actually, right now it's doing really well on Rotten Tomatoes. 80% from the critics now, and 81% from the audience, which I think is actually fair. Based, I haven't seen anything beyond the first two. Those are the first two that were available. I don't know if press got to look ahead, because I could definitely see maybe Disney Plus shows on average tend to get worse as they go along. But
I'm pretty sure she has like a full nude scene in something. So if you haven't found that,
well, you got Agatha All Along, so you get a little something. a little something there. But I thought the first episodes were really good. I thought the first episode the first episode is kind of like this kind of true detective supernatural crime investigation thing with Agatha, which gets really interesting where you remember that like this is all in her head. She's been, she's under the spell. So it's interesting to see how that part plays out. And then they
What
get more into the magic thing in episode 2.
what is Penguin on? HBO Max?
Yeah, it's just called Max now.
Oh, okay. I never sub to it. Like my brother is sub to a couple, and we're sub to a couple, and we obviously just password share.
Yeah. I have Max, Disney Plus, Netflix, the Hulu Disney Plus package, and of course Amazon Prime.
Yeah, we have all of that plus I guess Apple TV, Paramount Plus, what else? We have something else too.
Yeah. I sub those for Crunchyroll and High Dive because I'm an anime enjoyer.
Did something just happen with Crunchyroll?
I haven't heard anything recently apart from that whole comment disabling situation.
Oh, I don't know. I thought I saw something in my feed this week about Crunchyroll, something bad. I don't know.
The service is working fine. So let me see. Let me check the news. Comic-Con, Zenshu TV anime from Mappa to stream on Crunchyroll. They're bringing Soul Leveling Reawakening Omnibus to North American theaters. Soul Leveling movie. 2024 anime lineup updated. So
yeah. So I guess not. I don't know.
Nothing important. I would say happened. Shout out to Crunchyroll. Love it. Is a must own if you are a true anime fan or looking to get into anime. Crunchyroll has pretty much everything. Travis definitely COVID. Y'all have it there for it's trash. If you're a true anime fan, you should have both Crunchyroll and High Dive. Crunchyroll is a better app than High Dive. High Dive is definitely improved is interface and everything like that. But Crunchyroll, pretty much 90% of new anime, 95% of new anime that you're going to want to watch is going to come on Crunchyroll. The others is going to be on Netflix or High Dive. And I definitely recommend High Dive because the exclusives that they do have that aren't on Crunchyroll anime wise are really fucking good. Like some of the best anime of the last few years have been High Dive exclusives. Just for this year, we got the second season of Oshinoko, which is a masterpiece, and a new action anime, I Parry Everything.
What have I done?
Both of those are High Dive exclusives, and definitely one of the I would say I Parry Everything is definitely one of the best animes of 2024. If you haven't seen that, I would definitely check that one out if you haven't already. Even JayShockblast would probably get a kick out of this one.
Well, speaking of anime, because it's come up a few times and I've been tagged in it a million times, Batman Ninja is back. But he's not in feudal Japan, so I don't care. I'll still watch it.
You probably should watch it. Actually, still watching Suicide Squad. Isekai. I like that one.
I think I only watched the first episode, maybe 2. I don't remember, and then I forgot.
Yeah, I think I'm up to episode 8 or 9. It's pretty good so far. I've been waiting for the dubs to get updated because I really enjoy the job that Dubcast is doing. But I like it a lot. I think it's progressed really well. I really enjoy this characters. I wish Peacemaker was in Suicide Squad game because it would have definitely like if that roster of the Suicide Squad isekai of it's Harley, Deadshot, King Shark, but instead of Captain Boomerang, they have Clayface and Peacemaker, and it works so well. I really love what they've done, and then of course they have Rick Flag get introduced later on. It's really good how they did it. I wish that had been the game. Like instead of Suicide Squad could have just leave a Suicide Squad Isekai game would have been fantastic because you're not only you're fighting against the other magical stuff in that environment, you're demons and stuff, but you're also fighting against other Task Force X people. It's really great. Like Katana's really good in this one. Oh, she would also been great. Yeah, Suicide Squad definitely a lot of missed opportunities there.
Yeah,
a lot of opportunities missed out.
Yeah, but that's like beating a dead horse at this point.
I actually have not logged into that game in quite a while.
Yeah, me either. Breaks my heart. I really thought that was going to be an Avengers game for us, where like we could just log on every day and press go live and people would just be there.
Yeah, that's. I wish that was Space Marine 2. It's a great game, but for some reason, the matchmaking is my only issue. I've been trying to do the operations, and I just always have like really bad luck with matchmaking, so I kind of just have to stick to it. But yeah, I definitely hope we get a good live service superhero game at some point. Obviously, it looks like Marvel Rivals is going to have to do, but like for the non-PvP people, I think that's really where people are looking for something to fill that void. If you're not into the hero shooter stuff, something like truly, whether it's an MMO or an RPG, like looking at Crimson Desert, and I'm thinking like if we had a Marvel game like that or a DC game like that, that would be perfect. Just play it every day. But maybe one day.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. I would love. I don't know, man. It's so weird. I just don't get like. It seems so obvious to everybody. So why isn't it obvious to them?
I don't fucking know. I personally, I'm putting my faith in NetEase. They seem to be doing a lot of big moves. They got Where Winds Meet coming, Marvel Rivals, of course. I think if we get a big Marvel multiplayer game like that, it'll probably be from them, and I hope it's good. Saber Interactive would definitely, I think, do it. You got your Batman Ninja pitch. I've got my Batman Ninja right now is a Marvel Zombies game from Saber Interactive using the Swarm system. that's my Batman Ninja pitch right now. I think that game would just absolutely fuck and would make it $10 billion in the first year.
Fucks.
Like you can't tell me like looking at Space Marine 2 and that Swarm system. You can't tell me a Marvel Zombies game built like that, where it's got the big campaign with co-op, and you've got all these multiplayer separate operations and stuff like that, and you get to play a different cast of Marvel characters navigating through the zombie apocalypse. You can't tell me that wouldn't sell.
I think it would do well. Please tell me that was a Silicon Valley reference.
What?
Oh, never mind.
It fucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. Because I forgot his name in the show, but he was like such a good character in that show.
Yeah, that's the only time I use it fucks in that way.
You know what's crazy? He was in The Office. They were actually going to make him break up Jim and Pam at some point. Because he was like the guy with the boom mic that like comforted her.
Yeah.
And there was actually a point where they were literally going to use that to split them up, but they were like, fucking Jenna Fisher and why can't I think of Jim Halper's fucking name? Anyway, they both basically said,
"What's his name, Jay? What's his name?
God, why can't I think of it? I'm literally stupid."
Say his name.
I can't do it. Yeah, John. Thank you, Travis. John Krasinski. He's literally from Boston too.
Shame.
John Krasinski and Jenna Fisher were like, "Nah, fuck that. That is not happening." And
Yeah,
thank God they didn't do it.
yeah, that would have been awful. That would have been awful.
That and the fact that Michael Scott got written off over like some nonsense, you know. I don't know the full story on that, but I don't think he really wanted to leave,
Oh, really?
and I think he was just trying to get paid a little bit more money, and they were like, no, we'll find somebody else.
Oh, well, that failed spectacularly.
Yeah. Actually, John Krasinski and why am I like blanking tonight?
Because you're old.
Yeah, I'm just struggling right now. Like I'm so tired,
It has to be the
to be
concussion.
honest. Yeah, like what was the guy? He became the regional manager and everybody hated him, and then he stole from the company. Yeah, it is a senior moment. It's brutal. I'm like literally looking at his face right now. He was Mindy's like on and off again boyfriend.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yes. Him and John Krasinski went to high school together.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a yeah, not yeah, he played Ryan. Him and Mindy did a lot of writing on the show.
Oh yeah. But him and John Krasinski went to. There's actually have you ever seen like the audition reels for The Office?
I have, yes.
So
Awesome.
yeah, it's I can't do anything about it.
BJ Novak is his
Yeah,
real
BJ
name.
Novak.
We call him Ryan, but yeah, BJ Novak is the writer. Yeah, those office auditions are wild.
Yeah, they had dude, I'm not even like gonna talk about it tonight. We're out. I'm out on anything that requires me to think. Because like I could see their faces and I can't like I just can't like place it.
Did you see the trailer for the Australian Office?
I didn't, but I saw one picture and said nope.
I watched the trailer and I too said nope.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it looks bad, bro.
Yeah.
It looks really bad.
Yeah, I would just cancel it. Don't even go the Concord route.
Yeah, don't even let it come out. Just cancel it now.
Yeah.
You've never seen The Office? What's wrong
Got
with you?
Steve Carell's game too. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I can't think of anything. Oh man, imagine spending your Sunday night like some random person who I don't even know exists is fighting this war against me and like spending so much time and effort on me, and I don't even know who they are or that they exist.
So it's
Imagine, like, I feel so bad at how pathetic you gotta be to know that we're live on the after show and that your Sunday night is spent creating new screen names and like
just trying to flood the
yeah. I mean, good luck, bro. Best of luck to you in life. I'm sorry that you're so hurt. Like, look, I mean, like,
sorry, your chicken tenders that your stepmom brought you burned.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, you tweeted for like you posted a comment and it's gone. Oh my god.
Yeah, abortion is sometimes a good idea.
Like it's I don't understand because like it doesn't affect me. Like we laugh about how pathetic it is, and then you disappear and it's stupid.
Like he does all that work just for it to just instantly get deleted. Just it would just instantly delete everything. Like it doesn't do anything. You're wasting your time.
Yeah, it is funny though. You know, I do laugh. So I appreciate somebody that is that obsessed with me. You know what I mean? It's weird. I can only imagine the amount of hours they spend beating off to my picture.
Yeah.
Because you know that happens.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the time that they're building these new accounts to get banned, they're just furiously beating off to pictures of Jay.
It's worse than that, okay? Like, he came in here with those accounts already made. This was a planned effort. Like, he spent time on this weekend, like, planning to do this, like queuing these up and having them ready to go. That is actually sadder than making them right now on the spot.
Oh yeah, whatever. Like
it's just funny because there's like no world. There's like literally no world in which like this person wins and is not pathetic. You know what I mean?
He's not planning anything with his wife. He doesn't have children to look after.
No,
obviously doesn't have a job. Like he has no fulfilling hobbies. This is his life.
He's fighting this one-sided war against me.
Like,
and I'm like, oh, this is happening. All right, well, that's funny. And then what? Like, oh, you posted a clown emoji. You're so brave.
That's his life. He creates a bunch of fake accounts and
it's sad. It's really sad. And honestly, like, it's been going on for years. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. I don't know what fractured his ego and psyche.
Maybe it's your Cuphead video.
it might have been my Cuphead video.
Maybe it broke him.
Yeah, and I mean it's unfortunate. I honestly wish whoever it is the best. I hope you I hope you find your happiness in life. I mean, I really do.
I hope Jay is your 13th reason why.
I don't know what that means, but I will just blindly agree with it.
You should probably Google what that means.
I think I actually know what it is. That was like the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my wife watched it and we talked about it. Yeah. I mean, hey, thanks for the engagement.
Appreciate it. Imagine having a Lego podcast. I don't think have you ever had a Lego podcast?
No. What did you miss? All sorts of good stuff. But the good news is you can always go back to the beginning and watch it back.
True. I definitely encourage watching the VOD, especially if you just want to see pictures of JayShockblast's concert or pictures of his feet. We've got all that in the VOD.
I can tell you unequivocally, nobody wants to see my feet in any capacity.
I mean, your stalker definitely does.
Well, that's fair, and honestly, he deserves my feet. I have no problem. Yeah. Oh man, Marvel Heroes Omega, those were in fact the days. Yeah, man. Like, I don't know, man. We're just all like, I just don't get it. I don't get anybody spending that much time on me. I don't even want to spend that much time on me.
So you're a special boy.
Yeah, like I don't know.
It's weird. How dare you? The funny thing is that people were saying last year's showcase was mid. So no matter what showcase we have, someone's going to call it mid.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the internet. Like, no matter how good something is, it's going to get called mid. Like,
I think I don't know what people expect though. Like, I feel like I look at your list and like most people expect every single thing on that.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
And it's like, that's not going to happen.
Or not even that. It's like, if there's one thing that, because a lot of people, that's the other thing. A lot of these one thing, like one particular game, and like they don't follow a lot of other games. They play one particular game. They're not open minded, and if they don't have it, they're like, obviously you have the usual Bloodborne weirdos who are like Bloodborne 60 FPS. They want that if it's not there. But mostly you'll see a lot of people who only care about something from Insomniac, Spider-Man or Wolverine was. So the show doesn't have either of those. They think the whole thing's a failure. It's just people who just have these. They just like, oh, if I don't see the one game that I want to see, the whole thing's bad.
Yeah, I'm kind of like over the remakes and the remasters. I do not think a game that was on PS4 should be getting remastered.
I'm fine with remakes. It's the remasters are definitely getting out.
I think that's more what I meant. Like PlayStation, it feels like they're remastering their whole catalog, and that goes for games like that just came out like fairly recently.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like The Last of Us and Horizon are definitely not games that need like remastered, like especially like because The Last of Us Last of Us Part 1 just got a whole remaster, The Last of Us 2, and now it's getting Last of Us 2 already looked like a PS5 game. And for it to be getting like a PS5 Pro update, I'm sure, remaster, like it's like, what are we doing? Like Horizon Zero Dawn I think that already had like a remaster or something. Like, I don't think it needs anything else really. I think they should be trying to, if you're going to remaster or remake a game, I think Bloodborne would make sense. Like it should be a game that was really good and has an audience, but like was limited from a technical standpoint.
Yeah,
I think that's why so many people bring up Bloodborne, because if I see a game like Horizon where it's already great, it already looked great visually, it already ran really well, and it's not even that old, I don't think that makes for a compelling remaster. Same with like obviously there are people who love Days Gone who are going to be excited for that remaster, but maybe you could argue Days Gone, but I feel like remasters should be more so focused on like PS3 games.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like somebody brought up that there's all these the Xbox, Activision, Marvel games rumors. Like if you told me Web of Shadows is gonna get remastered, cool.
That's fantastic remaster. If you're saying
X-Men Legends,
X-Men Origins Wolverine,
right.
like that would be something. Well, okay, like you're bringing Shattered Dimensions, like you're bringing back these older popular games, and you're giving them a big visual and performance upgrade. Hell yeah, forever,
dude.
Hell yeah, give us Jack and Daxter. I've been playing some Astrobot, and you've seen these Easter eggs.
That's who my character is right now in Astrobot, Parappa the Rappa.
Yeah, like bring back some of these old games, these older games that needed, like the PS4 game. Like it was a great generation. Like they had some amazing looking games, and I definitely think they need to be going further back if they're looking at remasters.
Yeah, but like all I need on these remasters is just an upscale, basically. Like make the games look better and be on the new. You don't have to go like, I'm not talking remakes. We're just talking like, be able to play these.
Yeah, like you could do a remake for like really older ones, but like a remaster, like some of the old infamous games could definitely want some remasters of the Marvel stuff. The Transformers games are supposed to be getting relisted. Like give us some remasters of those games, not like PS4 games that are already popular, already look great. Like I don't think that's necessary. I think they should definitely dig a little deeper for some of these remasters.
I definitely hope they can at least give me backwards compatible,
100%.
Because I don't know if you've seen, I think we've talked about this before, but like I don't know if you've seen the price of those old Spider-Man games right now. They're on eBay, they're
outrageous.
Ridiculous. And my brother recently found a lot of like 6 of them, I think, that he got for like about $200, which is actually a pretty good deal. Yeah. I know it had like Web of Shadows, other games.
Yeah, the Deadpool game alone was like, I saw that going for like $120.
Yeah, I've got it right back there. The 360 and the Xbox One version. Yeah, so like he got what was it? Shattered Dimension. Couple of them, yeah. I played some of those a little bit back in the day. I think I only uploaded the Deadpool level on one of them.
You know how fucking crazy the internet would go if Sony announces that they're doing a Web of Shadows remaster. That would be insane.
Are we? This guy will not come on. He would never. He's too scared. All right, come on.
Who really?
I have no problem with it.
Who the
He
fuck
won't.
is?
He won't do it.
Who the fuck is this?
It's a lose. It's just nobody.
Is it the same loser?
It's probably, yeah.
That's
But he won't. He won't come on. I've given him every opportunity. He's a pussy.
100%. A Black Hat game, I would definitely not say no to that.
Yeah. Come on then. How do we get you on here?
Yeah, they got multiple burners. We're not wasting time on this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with it, man. I don't care. I'd love to get this over with. Like, I don't care, man. You're just a fucking loser. You would never. We've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
I've literally called you on Discord.
Black Hat game has to be R-rated.
Yeah. I mean, that Black Hat skin in Fortnite is
it's definitely. I made a community post about it, just telling people it's in the game, and to use my creator code Durag, and the comments, bro. Holy, those thirst comments.
Yeah.
People, that Black Hat skin has people acting up.
That's crazy.
I mean,
appreciate Venompool. Venompool actually gifted it to me. Very surprised. Ooh. Don't need people to do that, but it was cool.
Yeah, I thought it looked great. I think people get a little ahead of themselves. I think Insomniac's Black Hat design is better, but
I mean, it was a Fortnite skin. You know what I mean? It's using the typical Fortnite, face and everything. I don't know if you've ever seen Poison Ivy's skin.
I have.
That is the cakiest cake.
It's
in Fortnite.
I think people would argue that's Chun-Li.
Ooh, that's up there too, right?
yeah. And Mrs. Incredible is dropping next week as well. Oof. So I wonder if how that bakery is going to shape up.
I'm sure they'll bake it well.
I would hope so. Otherwise, there are going to be people very upset if they do Elastigirl dirty. Well, if it's baked correctly, I'll definitely pop in Fortnite and grab it.
This is not the flex you think it is, bro.
You've been around for 5 years. That's actually sad.
That is actually the most pathetic thing your pussy ass has ever said. Like, imagine thinking that's a flex. I've been trolling for 5 years. All of you. I've been trolling. I create accounts and spam the same bullshit.
For 5 years is insane.
5 years. That like I don't actually think anybody could ever take you seriously ever. Like literally ever. Yeah. Yeah, it is funny.
You cannot forget about the Chun-Li skin. Yeah, Chun-Li skin is legendary in Fortnite for sure. But shout out to the Black. I didn't actually log in for the Black Hat, surprisingly. I just was like, I just haven't had a desire to jump back into Fortnite. I was excited for the initial Marvel stuff, but now I'm like, I'm back in it. I'm taking a step back. But maybe I'll pop back in for some other events. But I thought generally the Marvel season was pretty fun from what I played. I'm not really a Fortnite guy, but I enjoyed what I had.
Yeah.
They, I think they did nerf some stuff. I know they, I know,
Oh
I heard
man, they nerfed all the
I know they nerfed the War Machine stuff.
Yeah,
badly.
yeah, it sucks.
Which I knew. That's why I was like, let me get this in for the first, whatever. Because when I experienced how OP those weapons were, I was like, oh, this is definitely getting nerfed to the ground. This was so insane. New Battlefield. Yeah, that's more Jay's lane. Him and Aaron. Shout out to Aaron at Insomniac. They're big Battlefield guys. Jay used to be a sweaty Battlefield player, but now he has retired for the most part. He still has more burner accounts. That's so sad.
I honestly didn't even get to see it.
Yeah, I'm just getting rid of him.
Yeah, I have nothing to do with it. Yeah, I am definitely looking forward to Mortal Kombat on Tuesday for sure. Battlefield, I'm obviously excited for. One of my favorite games of all time.
Never played any of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm just not a huge war game guy when it comes to those especially first person shooters. I'm just generally not one of those people.
Yeah. I'm like starting to get to a point where I don't like necessarily enjoy them the way I used to. Mostly just because like just the competitive nature of it all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not as like I do enjoy me a little bit of Fortnite still, obviously, but like the one thing that's hard about Battlefield is like I was always a tanker and I was really good at being in a tank. Like I was really good as a tanker. So it's like I just don't I don't know. I don't like dealing with people, you know?
Who? I mean, I wonder why.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've got a couple I'm dabbling a little bit more into PvP, but yeah, not as much. Definitely haven't played any Call of Duty. I was playing Multiverses, but they dropped the Powerpuff Girls this season, but they locked her behind the premium battle pass, and which I don't have gems for because I spent that trying to get Beetlejuice earlier, who was mid, and they didn't have any other ways to earn back gems, and I refused to spend money on Multiverses. So once I saw that they basically just made fighter currency useless for the Power Girls, like you just can't earn the Power Girls at all. I was like, I'm just not playing anymore.
Yeah.
Especially because they have these new PvE events. A bunch of them require you to have the Powerpuff Girls to earn the reward. I'm just like, I'm not doing this bullshit.
Yeah.
I've got enough games on my roster. I'm already playing NBA 2K. I've got Space Marine 2. There's a lot of stuff. Helldivers is actually good now.
Does it matter though? Like has it done anything?
What?
Like are people coming back? Is it like helping?
For Helldivers? Oh yeah. They had a massive boost in players.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went
lasting.
Yeah, so far, yeah, they went from around they were as low as 5,000 concurrent players on Steam to over 98,000, I think 100.
Well, that's good.
Let me check. I should check right now. There's 2 Steam charts. There's definitely right now they're at 47,000 with the 24.
No one will ever take you serious because you're a fucking pussy.
Absolutely. Thousands of accounts is insane. What a fucking weirdo.
You're not serious. You're not a serious person.
100% not a serious
You're
person.
just a joke. You're a loser. Like there's literally nothing that you can ever say that is going to make any of what you type mean anything. You're just pathetic. And listen, I would love to have you on. I know you won't click the link. I know you won't do it because you are a bitch All you know how to do is make accounts and do this. That's all you do. You're just a joke, and we laugh at you. Everybody laughs at you. You're pathetic, literally pathetic. I would destroy you. You have nothing. Like you literally, like even my old tired brain that is probably still concussed from yesterday, like at my absolute like sleepiest, would just demolish you. You've got no shot.
I should actually find. I just actually sent out a message to a buddy in my Discord. He does cyber stuff, and
I would love it.
Let's do an investigation on this person.
I would love it.
Find out where he is.
Yeah. Like Gabe, I appreciate that, man. Like I'm not like some big tough guy at all. You know, I just want to have fun, play video games. That's all I've ever done. You know, we all get competitive in the moment sometimes, but you know, that's what we're all about here. You know, and so I love the fact that we have so many people coming. I don't like having to. Usually we just ignore this guy. I mean, because he's pathetic. But like, I don't know, man. Tonight, I think the concussion is winning, and I just don't care. You just want to. It's up to Sadot. I know. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but you won't do shit.
I think he should join a fire and jump in it.
Yeah. I have no control over any of this. Actually, I can do some stuff though.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hoarder. Yeah, Hoarder and I hung out at PAX this year. It was great.
I'm about to make it a personal side hobby to find this person's real identity. And
listen, I would love that. That would be amazing. Because I trust me, if there ever comes to be a day that we get there, it's gonna be amazing. Trust me.
Yeah,
Believe me, I've got a file, okay? And my file is nothing like Blitzwinger's. I know that Blitzwinger's already consulted lawyers. And every time we like bring this up, no, please don't do that. No, I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'll go away. Don't know. You pussy.
So some of these people you just gotta put them in their place.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why he disappears every so often. Like he'll show up tonight and then you won't hear from him for like 3 months because he probably got committed. You know, and then he like just types a few shit.
Yeah, I'm not Blitzwinger. If I find your information, I'm gonna fucking bury you.
Yeah. I wish a motherfucker would, man.
I'm not gonna be nice about it. I will fucking destroy you.
Yeah.
Like I'm not playing.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck with the wrong person someday.
Absolutely.
I'm on my I don't care mode. Like, I mean, it's fun. Like, I do appreciate that we're all just laughing at him though. Like, literally everybody in chat, you, me. It's so
funny. Like, he puts so much effort into this, and I could
so much effort.
And I could just remove all of it with a click of a button.
Imagine. I don't understand like where in his like mentally disabled brain, like he thinks saying, "Oh, I've been trolling you for 5 years." No, you've been typing and botting for 5 years. That's not trolling. Like, you have to be interesting. There's nothing interesting. Yeah, you just type the same regurgitated shit, beating off to yourself.
He's not even a good troll.
Like there's not even anything interesting. It's like pathetic. It's really and truly like the saddest thing. And we never do anything but laugh about it. And like it's probably the greatest time of his life. You're absolutely right, Lucky Raygun. This is the attention his mommy and daddy never gave him.
Definitely not the attention he's getting from his stepdaddy.
Yeah. Or his parole officer. Or his
nurse.
I didn't have like a better word for it.
I would actually at this point I want DC characters in like real video games.
This is absolutely 100% factual. He definitely has a picture of me on his wall that he talks to daily and like fights with and argues with and beats off to.
Absolutely.
That is 100% a real thing.
He probably actually attached pictures of feet that he puts on the bottom of your poster so that he can complete the mental image. so you can really get off.
Yeah.
It was like the dude from The Incredibles, except that guy was smart and resourceful. this guy is just sad and lonely.
Yeah.
He looked up. Yeah, his villain arc was he looked up to Jay. Probably he probably wanted to play with Jay in Fortnite. That was probably his dream of being on Jay's squad in Fortnite, and he didn't. Jay maybe had to end stream. He didn't have time, and he never let it go.
No, even worse. He got in on the stream, and I heard his voice, and he was like so excited, and he saw me on screen go, and then he realized that I hated him.
He felt rejected. He didn't like that you rejected his squeaker.
He's definitely a squeaker. He talks like this.
100%.
Like that's absolutely what he sounds like.
I'll get you. I've been telling you for 5 years. I'm telling you.
It's 100% true.
What an absolute loser.
But it's such a great the imagery is just hilarious to think of, like him having a picture of me on the wall and just
not just
talking to it daily.
Not just a picture. I'm sure he's got hundreds just plastered all over.
Yeah.
all over his room.
Yeah.
Of images of you that he printed out offline.
Listen, if you have a high pitched voice, don't be offended. We're just making fun of him.
If you have a high pitched voice, you should absolutely be offended, and you should fix it because
you don't have to.
You having a high voice is a choice. Put some bass in it.
Yeah.
Speak with your chest. You don't have to sound like a squeaker.
My dad had a really deep voice. I did not. Mine's not like too bad, but
I raised my voice for the pod. My voice is actually deeper than this, but they can't handle it. So I bring it up an octave to make it sound more mainstream.
Mm-hmm. I was actually just trying to see.
The deep voices for the ladies.
Just made me think of the one video I have. Still, I'll tell you what, guys. I don't mean to bring it down at all or anything, but just appreciate the fact that we're living in a time where we have the capability in our hand at all times to capture moments. I don't have I don't really have a lot of pictures of my dad. I don't have a lot of, stuff like that. So I always start to feel a little bad when I post when there's some oh, it's my dad's birthday, because my dad's birthday was on the 4th, and I post pictures, because obviously
that's racist.
Karen, it's tough. But I have one video that I have saved, and I can never lose it, because it's my dad with it was when my grandmother passed away, and he came up from Florida, and we were pulling up, and my first boxer, Teddy, saw him and started freaking out, and just my dad talking to him, and they're both gone now, and it's that's all I have, but to be able to actually hear his voice when I need to is it's definitely a blessing,
For sure.
And I guess we should just never take stuff like that for granted.
Absolutely not. Boy, that's just crazy. I look and sound nothing like Mighty Keith. We have nothing in common except we're both black. This is racist.
Yeah. Yeah, but sorry, I didn't mean to
say it, Jay. Say it. I dare you.
Oh, I was just going along with what you were saying.
Uh,
Yeah, no, but like I just think about it, like it is crazy though. Like, you know, I have like so many pictures of my mom, you know, and that's great. And like so many pictures, like whenever my wife and I go on trips, we take lots of pictures and we have those moments that we can just remember. Like actually, my mom just printed out. We went to the Red Sox game the other night and got this awesome picture
oh,
at Fenway. And I love it. She, you know, she printed it out, and you know, I don't have enough, like, you know, I don't have enough of that with my dad because they got divorced. He was in Florida, we were in Massachusetts, and it wasn't the same, you know. And I think I just think about all the kids today and just how lucky they are that, you know, and you
yeah,
don't really understand it until you lose a parent, you know.
all your life is documented.
Yeah. And like for some people don't like that, but like I do. I like having those memories, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't go too deep into it, but I like having the photos. I don't like to record everything. I think people definitely overshare. I'm not one of those people, but I like to capture some moments.
Yeah. Oh, like at the concert, I like recorded a few songs, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I know that there's like this mentality of, oh, you're here at the show, put the show down, put the phone down and just enjoy it. But like, I don't know. I've watched Machine Head play From This Day on my phone like 10 times today, you know?
yeah, yeah, your memory is not going to be as good as you be able to pull up a video of,
Yeah.
of the fucking thing. Like yeah, like in the moment you're enjoying it, but it takes nothing to throw out your cell phone. I my that Fiasco concert. I'm glad I had video of that. You know, can capture those memories because it's a great show. But I loved it in the moment. But you know, being able to kind of relive it by looking at the video is much better than just trying to go off of just the pure memory because you're not going to just thinking back on it. You're not going to be able to really come close to capturing that compared to if you had a actual video of the experience because it's completely different. Like you know, maybe eventually we'll have that Black Mirror device that they put in your head and allow you to perfectly recall any memory from your life that you want and just live in it. but until then, probably with Neuralink. Until then, there's no shame in using your phone to record some precious memories.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get it too. Like, it is definitely different to like look out. Like, remember that, what do they call it? Kendrick Lamar did that show, the pop up.
Yeah,
What was it? Was that on Juneteenth or was it on the 4th of July?
I think it was the 4th of July.
Yeah, he did that show, and you look out in the crowd, and like everybody's got their phone out recording the moment, and it's like, yeah, that's actually like
It's history.
it's history. Yeah, like it's
Rap history.
yeah. So it's like I get it. Like everybody wants to be a part of that moment. I also understand that people are like, oh, just enjoy the experience, but like, I don't know. We're capturing people, you know, like
That's such
that's
that's just what boomers say. Like there's nothing wrong with capturing experience. Even they I'm sure the people who are capturing experience saying, "Oh, you liberty," they had Polaroid cameras when they would capture the
yeah,
experience.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I will say one of the funniest things yesterday was there's a band called Overkill. I think they've been a band for like 40 years. They were like third to last to go on, and apparently they insisted on having their drums on a riser and set up like the whole day, and it like threw off some of the opening bands, and they like got some of their time cut. And the band Bleeding Through, who are freaking awesome. I One of the bands I was excited to see yesterday. Their singer was ready to fight every single one of them. He was up there just talking so much shit, and he's like, and if any of you overkill like dipshits have a problem with any of this, you can meet me right on stage right now, and I will
Oh,
I will whoop your ass.
you wanted all the smoke.
I wish I was actually recording that because Brand's huge. Like that, I would not want to fight that guy.
How'd you not record that? What the fuck? What were you
I
doing?
was like taken aback, like that it was happening, and then I was like caught in the moment, and then I was talking to Brian from Shadows Fall, and he's like, "Dude, did you hear Brandon go off on Overkill?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was out there for that." He's like, "Dude, that's crazy." Jason, who is Shadows Fall's drummer, he's like, he like literally just quit them like 4 months ago, but I think in his head he quit a year ago. So it's like, and then I honestly could not tell you an Overkill song, even though I've seen their album cover a million times. And then they were out there, and it was like that guy Coop Sax just talking normal, because like his singing voice was super high pitched, and annoying.
The fuck?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, I did not realize that.
I mean, I guess if you're into that sort of thing,
Yeah.
I thought that genre you had to sound like.
I mean, usually, but not like. But this is more like, not really hair metal, but like, I don't know. There are versions of metal where you're a little bit, higher pitch, like Dio, and like Dio is actually a good comparison.
I prefer the more melodic stuff myself. I like.
Yeah.
I like a little guys that could carry a tune like 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 the I wouldn't. Yeah, I guess I'm more of I like a lot of different stuff. I like a more of the early Linkin Park type of vibe. That's more my lane.
Metal.
Yeah, that's more what I prefer. Hereafter. That's one of my favorites. I like. Yeah, I like a mix. I like a mix. Like I like when the verses are like, and then it goes into like like a cool melodic chorus.
I did see that about Jane's Addiction. I knew people that were at that show. Actually, I'm not a big Jane's Addiction. I've never liked even like Jane, like when Jane's Addiction came out, like that first song that was on like MTV all the time. I didn't like them at all then. But yeah,
I could definitely see because like when I like the energy. That's what I do appreciate.
Yeah.
I like the guitars because when I'm working, like I'm editing a video, I'll sometimes throw on Spotify before I have to listen to the audio, and I'm usually like, and it's usually like vibing out, but because I have my big playlist on where it's just like full of like all this random stuff that I like. Sometimes like a metal song come on, like anytime the Architects Hereafter comes on, I become like 20. I become like 30% less productive because I'm sitting there like, the oceans have like I'm just fucking mashing my head.
You'd probably like Kill Switching Age because they do some screaming, but they do a lot of singing too.
There
are lots of bands like that.
I'll check them out on your recommendation.
Yeah, Kill Switch is like legendary. Shadows Fall does a little bit more screaming than singing. I love them for that. Machine Head had a weird, like, there was a point where Rob kind of went a little rap metal.
Oh no.
Yeah. From This Day is actually kind of like, that's my favorite Machine Head song. That's what got me into Machine Head. And that song has got a little bit of a rap like to it. Not pure rap, but
yeah, not really into that, but I do like the mixing of the harmonies, like like all that remains. I like a little, like I like stuff like that.
So All That Remains, Phil was the original singer of Shadows Fall.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and Phil, I've known Phil for so long too. Like Phil, I love all. So if you like All That Remains, you would love Kill Switch. Phil has before Jesse came back to the band, Howard had to miss some shows, and Phil was their fill-in singer for
nice.
Kill Switch. So yeah,
I'll definitely add them to the Spotify rotation.
Yeah, the end of Heartache is definitely a song that like that one's more singy. That whole album that the end of Heartache is on is amazing.
I'll throw on some Kill Switch while I play Helldivers.
Plus, I mean, I think you would like Howard's version because you know.
What was that? What was that, Jay?
I don't know. You can figure it out.
I don't like the implication of that, Jay. I don't like the implication of that one bit.
I'm just saying that, like, you know, God forbid there's a band for you. Yeah. God forbid. I'm not a big Sabaton guy. I honestly, anything that's came out in the last 10 years, I never thought I would get to that point in my life where I was like just
the old guy
living in the past. But I absolutely am. But you know, my favorite band of all time is Seven Dust. So I mean, you would love Seven Dust.
Yeah. I kind of feel that music wise. I mean, I still tap in to more recent stuff, but you know, just to see because I'll occasionally find some cool shit, you know, and I'll see, and I'm curious what the kids are listening to. Like I know Sabrina Carpenter is pretty big, and I was like, oh, well, let's see what the big deal here is, and some stuff I'll listen to, I'll be like, I don't get it. This is dog shit. But other stuff I'll be like, that's fine. It's, you know, it's solid, but it's not a lot of new artists I've heard lately where I was just that are at least super popular, where I just listened to some stuff and like, oh man, this is, you know, this is great. This is like, it's just like, oh yeah, it's fine.
It's funny, Killswitch. We were talking about Dio a moment ago, but Killswitch Engage did a cover of Dio's song "Holy Diver," and the music video for that is just amazing. So,
is there feet in it?
No, but it's like it's very much parody of like Knights and shit.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they're so funny. All right. So they're hilarious. This is one of my favorite things about Killswitch. When Howard was in the band, they have a song called "When Darkness Falls," and whenever they were about to play it, Adam, the guitarist, would get up there and he'd be like this. This is a song about the first time Howard Jones went downhill skiing. It's called "When Darkness Falls," and he would just like do stuff like that, and it was just like, he's a big goofball. He was on The Price is Right once and won the showcase.
That's right.
I know. Imagine watching like The Price is Right one day and the guitarist for Killswitch Engage is on and he wins.
That's fucking insane.
You'll send us out in Discord. Nice.
Fair enough. All right. I think we can wrap it up for this week. We got hopefully Jay will watch the shows.
I promise.
so we could talk about them more in that next week, and of course we'll probably have the state of play, the Tokyo Game Show to recap. Definitely the Tokyo Game Show. The state of play is supposed to be in a couple of days. That if the leaks are true, then we should see the official announcement tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. If we get that announcement, I'll of course have a video up for that, and then we'll talk about it. I'm sure we'll be talking about how Sony ponies were somehow disappointed, unless we see Spider-Man 2, in which case we'll of course just be hearing about how everyone was mad that there was no Bloodborne remake,
or how they're mad that they have to pay for it.
Yeah, that'd be the other thing. If the Spider-Man 2 DLC gets revealed, it's gonna be, you're gonna see people go lose their fucking minds, going crazy, like yeah. And then as soon as they see a price, so now
$15. I already bought the game.
It'll probably be 10, and people will still be like, I don't want to pay for things.
I honestly hope it's like 30. Because if it's $30, you know that we're gonna get some good shit.
Oh, 100%. I hope they don't sell them individually. I hope you just have to get the whole thing for $30.
Yeah,
just for all 3 DLC.
Yeah.
They're the option. I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, I'm really excited for some new Mortal Kombat this week. You got Noob Saibot. You got Ghostface from
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
and I'll having played a 65.
Yeah, man. Like, listen, I want shit to be free too, sure, but like, at the end of the day, it costs money to make this stuff. You do not like. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
if they're putting out an expansion, it should cost money. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have
You're absolutely fucked if you think otherwise.
I have zero issue with any licensed game getting paid DLC. Any amount of money Insomniac was to charge for a DLC, I will happily pay for it, and because it is well deserved, it's well deserved and worth it. So yeah, y'all can, if y'all wanted the DLC this bad, you could, if you have to pay $30 for it, and that's an obstacle for you. You didn't really want it that bad anyway.
Yeah.
so I'm looking forward to it regardless. Regardless of what happens, we'll recap it. So I appreciate everyone hanging out as usual. Thank you all the regulars, all JayShockblast's biggest hater. We appreciate all of you. We'll catch y'all individually on our own channels, as well as next Sunday for the big gaming week recap. I'm Sadot the Gamer.
I'm JayShockblast, and I do want to just say before we go, I'm sorry you guys had to deal with that. I know we all laughed at it, and it's kind of, I unironically, it's pretty funny, but I don't want that for any of us. You know, like, it's stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I hope Sadot finds him though. Definitely.
Yeah. Yes, I definitely want to find this motherfucker. At this point,
the bait's going out now.
Yeah,
boy.
I'm sending out the bat signal.
Yeah, I like it.
Appreciate everyone.
We love each and every one of you. Have a good